So I got the soldering finished on these ones. So I have these 6 pieces of CP16R bolts here, and I'm going to soak them to 2 propanol. There's full can of it, there's some empty can, then I used one there, a spray bottle here, and some extra used one here. So I'm first starting with the used one. This already has quite a lot of flux residue, but I want to, there's also lots of flux residue on the board, so I just want to soften that and take some of it away, and then getting most of it away and to the liquid, then I can start changing it to a more pure one. But I have just a basic toothbrush. There's different ways of doing this. I'm doing this just the hard way, so that stuff is not particularly nasty. That's one of the safest chemicals you can use for stuff like this. Most of, if you buy those solutions like flux cleaning fluid stuff, they can have all kinds of other stuff like methanol and so on. But I still use the gas mask because if you're doing like brushing these for like an hour, it's still not healthy, and you might get quite usy after, or otherwise feeling bad if breathing so much of the vapor. So it's just basically, it's almost like alcohol. It's dangerous if you drink this, but it's not particularly nasty if you breathe it, but still use the gas mask. Fit the basic. These brown filters are for organic solvents, so it's just fine for that. If you do this without the gas mask for like half an hour, you will definitely notice why you want to use the gas mask, because you will probably get kind of a little bit drunk or something. Might feel the same. That's not healthy at all. So again, gas mask. This is basic one. I have better ones if needed. This is basic one. And talking about gas mask, if you have those multi-purpose filters, which, for example, it has the, what is the brown filter? Oh, I don't remember actually. It's under there, the marking anyway. So you will check what is the hazard and then use the filter which is made for that. But if you have multi-purpose filters, like it has the organic solvent capability, then some P3 particulate filter and some, was it E2 or something, was the acid mist. So if you stack those filters, the breathing resistance becomes so high that it's very straining to keep the mask going for long periods. And you don't need, with this stuff, you don't need, for example, the acid filtering or the particulate filtering. So using the filter which works for this job, and not stacking extra stuff, because it has so much breathing resistance that it's very straining to use for long periods, if not absolutely needed. So just the basic organic solvent filter and pure stuff. don't even have the metal or less stuff because I don't want to buy it, it's dangerous. So now pouring this, putting the gas mask on. So I'm just pouring this. This is the used stuff. Pouring it over there so that it covers the board. So I'm taking, you can see it's a bit cloudy because that's the residue from previous. So I can basically do this because I can add more, but I can just do this so that the board stays wet and the flux starts to soften, and soon it can be brushed away so it goes quite like the goes with the jelly form, and then it starts to liquefy completely, and the brushing helps with that. This brushing can create static electricity, but I have crowded myself and nitrile gloves can create that too. So I have crowded myself and taking other precautions. But now it starts to smell, so I'm closing that and waiting for a couple of minutes and what I'll do. So I'm reusing this old used stuff for this batch and then putting it that storage bottle where I store the more used one. And after brushing like twice, I can replace the liquid with new one. And then when I have brushed them like 4 times, so that they shouldn't have any flux residue yet, then I take the spray bottle. This is exactly the same stuff, but this spray bottle and more expensive. But what I'm doing is when I have otherwise cleaned them, then I want to make them completely clean. So I'm taking them out of that liquid which has all the residues and then putting them at angle and spraying them with the very pure stuff straight from the spray bottle. So I'm spraying these and washing them. The final wash is completely pure stuff. Washing them, keeping them at an angle and spraying them, washing them, and the pure liquid drips down to the bucket and can be reused for the other boards when brushing them. So I am doing that for all of this, and after they have been final washed with this, then it starts to smell so bad. So then after final washing, I put them somewhere so that they are upright and let the remaining liquid drip off, and then some of it vaporizes and other trips to the table surface, or I could have some kind of bucket, but it basically just vaporizes and I can't collect. This stuff vaporizes pretty easily, so I can't collect all of it. Something if using small amount, like 1 deciliter or something, at least 1/3 of it vaporizes, sometimes even half, depending on what you do and how long and so on. So I am losing quite a lot of it to the air, it just vaporizes. And that also explains why I need the gas mask, because there's so much of it in the air that the ventilation doesn't have possibility to remove it quickly enough, so it's quite a bit of concentration in the air. So that's also why I don't want to use the methanol stuff, because I don't need it, and this is good enough. You can see it has that greenish yellow tint because it's used liquid, and now it starts to actually get some of it stuff already from these balls also. So now I'm starting the first brush, so I don't have possibility to film this, but maybe. Yeah, but anyway. So basically just taking them gloves on, taking them out of the liquid, and then brushing them through once or twice, then putting them back to liquid to soak more, and then doing it again, and once or twice more, and then might change the liquid if needed in between, or if not needed, then not. But yeah, starting to do that, and it takes a while.